Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
General West. No. Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Clark from the gun, he'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Clark. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Back to throw. Costello. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down.
Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard
Down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check nickel.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Set up, 30 base.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Get it.
Looking to throw on second down. Costello. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football, go make a play, and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back, you remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense, everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Watch twins.
Throwing on third and long. Costello. He finds his target, Fuller. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the Chiefs' 2-yard line.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Yeah. You don't want none. Shoot.
They'll try to run this one in. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. Now from back at the 5. This is third and goal.
You better be afraid of me. You defense.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now fourth and goal. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. Fourth and goal from the 2.
Pilot, 64, weak. Ready?
On fourth down, Costello. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to, and I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
That's it, baby. You got to
Come on,
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Ronnie, 51. I got it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking to throw. Costello. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
218, chopper. Get it.
Back to throw. Costello. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Here we go, here we go. 58, read. Block 54. Read.
Clark now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 2nd and 1. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Ready.
54. Mike 54. All day, baby, all day.
Shoot.
Here's Clark on 1st and 10. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Record.
Greystone, travel.
Kill.
Deep grip.
2nd and 4. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, high 7. Ready.
Clark throwing on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 62 yards on the ground. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. Here's Johnson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Chiefs' 32-yard line.
Here we go, set, 18 Gator, hey, orbit, 65, protein spill.
To throw on second down, Costello, it's caught, it's Miller. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Quick pass out to Miller, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Let's go. 60 yards. 54 Mike. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Looking to throw. Costello. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. 53's the mic, 53, check 53.
Move.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 53's the mic.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
16.
Ready, ready. 10 Tucson.
Watch 54, watch 54. Switch up, switch up. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Go.
Operating from the gun, Costello under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, Haywood! Ready?
Now Clark to throw, operating from the gun. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position to get...
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute. I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would... Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Clark. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Clark from the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Clark. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
We got to step it up. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Clark now. A final shot before break. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business.
Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Chicago. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. From the gun, Costello to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Clark operating from the gun. It's Kelsey on the ground. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Clark off the play fake. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Okay, ready?
This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Shift. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Operating from the gun, Clark, and this is incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up third down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On the ready.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, Delta.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the pass.
Get it.
Now Clark to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Down.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Here we go. Hey, look, 3.
You draw Corker.
On first down, Costello. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, keep it up.
2nd and 6. He's got it complete to Thompson. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
61, matchbox lights.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Ready?
And to give this time to the tailback. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 43.
Looking to throw on second down. Costello. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
General West.
Switch it. Check that.
They'll keep it on the ground. Whitfield, the tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Looking to throw. Clark going for the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. On 1st down, Whitfield. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
70, Indy.
Now Clark looking to throw on 2nd down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4. Man, that's trash. Right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Clark now, off play action. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
80 weapon. 2.
Back to throw. Clark. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Whitfield. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Clark, operating from the gun toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
The field goal does doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Clark throwing on 4th down. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that's going to open the lead up now to 3 scores at 18-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 2nd down, Whitfield. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Go! 70, Indy. Ready?
Now Clark to throw. Off the play fake. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Check three. Under 10, 10.
61, matchbox lights. Hard. Now.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Bears 18, Chiefs nothing.